James, I felt as if I was coming to you, right? Because there's two men just walked in here, and a young man's coming in for yourself as well. Do you understand that? There would maybe be somebody around the age of 26ish coming in round about you as well. Is that your brother?
No.
Who is it?
It's not Paul.
Best pal?
No, one of Paul's it.
Okay, because he comes in like a brother to me, right? And so as he comes in, he's like pure handsome and sorting himself out and all that. And so he says that he was the most handsome man. And I said, oh mate, that wouldn't actually be hard, I'm fucking looking at him now. You thought you had it bad, darling? I'm just getting warmed up. So as he comes in, he's just laughing and he's dancing as he comes in. So he's quite a quick energy, do you understand that? And so he's fast, he's kind of walking about everywhere and he's always in a hurry. And I don't know if he had ADHD, but it feels like that. Did he have ADHD?
I don't know, possibly undiagnosed, I don't know.
Now, did he get a blow at the head? He tells me that he banged his head or got a blow at the head and never get back up. Do you understand that?
Aye.
Okay. And so he says that there was a bit of trauma or a bit of pain there or something. Like, he says, but I just went to sleep and that was me. You understand?
Aye.
So he says, although, mind talking to that mic?
Aye.
I know you're not used to holding something that size, I know. And he's using two horns, he's not used to that either. This young man, as he comes in, he's funny as fuck. Do you understand that? So he's got a good sense of humour. And so he's just laughing as he comes in, but he's dancing. And he's like, I'm alright, I'm alright. My grandfather just stepped in as well, right? And so he would have looked after you or cared for you, do you understand that?
Aye.
And so he just says, that's my boy. That's how I thought he was your dad. And so as he comes in, even though he's your granddad, you kind of look like this man, or he's all similar, cut off the same cloth. Do you understand that?
Aye.
Only they're laughing and you're no. Right? Would that be your auntie? Do you have an auntie in spirit as well?
Aye.
Because there's a woman coming in and she just says, and Amy's auntie. Alright? Now she tells me that she passes before her time as well. Or I don't know, she's only in her 40s, but she feels like 40s.
Aye.
Is she 46?
I'll be a bit right, aye.
He's fucking having to tell you. You must stay in the same street as Darren, because he doesn't know either. And, she just says, I died in my prime and I was only 46, right? So she's either 45 in my 46 year, or I'm 46, right? So again, as she comes in, she tells me that the weight just fell off her. You understand? She's doing that and she's pulling her trousers up as if the weights fell off me. And she also tells me, I don't know if it was, sometimes I can't tell the difference, but she's either on a lot of medication or she's on drugs when she passes. Do you understand?
Aye.
And so she says to me, she says, you know, I was my own worst enemy at times. You understand that?
Yeah, that's
So she's no blowing her own trumpet by any means. And so she just says, I was my own worst enemy. She says, I lived my life, done whatever the fuck I wanted, don't tell me what to do. Do you understand that? Are you all related? Because you're all saying aye and he's like, I'm just amazed that I'm still holding this. She also tells me that name Betty or Elizabeth comes in as well. Do you understand that name? Who's she?
That's her.
That's her? Thank fuck she knows her own name.
I think you'll man what?
I'm fucking surprised she knows. But anyway, is it Betty or Elizabeth? What does she get called?
Lizzie.
Lizzie, okay. So anyway, she also tells me something stuck in her throat before she passed. Or she choked.
No, I'm not sure.
Alright, okay. She shows me something grabbing her throat, choking her throat, or stuck in her throat, but there's major pain in her throat before she passes to spirit. Would you know that?
No.
Okay, because it's as if I'm really, really dry and lethargic and I can't get a drink down me, right? And so she shows me that. She's funny as fuck. She's like the life and soul of the party. She's the auntie whose house you want to go to. Do you understand that? She had gaffs on a Wednesday. You understand what I mean by that? And she says, and I make no excuses, I just loved life, right? And I loved partying. And she's like, so I died young. And so she says you're here for a long time yet, which is good news, right? along with her mother. And so you're here for a long time yet, alright? Now, did somebody around you, I don't know if it's yourself or somebody around you, or whether it was your mum, but did somebody lose a wee girl, baby girl, to spirit? Is it Lizzie? Okay, because as she comes in, she's got a baby girl in her arms, and she just says, I've got her, or I've got her back. Do you understand that? And so she says, I have that baby. Is your mum also in spirit? Because apparently this woman's come in like that, they've left the best to last. Right? And so she is blowing her own trumpet, alright? And she says, he gets his good looks after me, and I'm like, what fucking good looks? Are we looking at the same boy here? He's agreeing. But anyway, your mum comes in and she's just hugging you and kissing you and desperate to be back. She says you went to see another psychic and they were shite. Do you understand that?
No, I don't like to see anybody, is it?
Okay, maybe she's talking about me, cheeky bastard. Somebody's went to a psychic and I was there. So if it wasn't you, it may have been somebody else around you. It was a lassie or it was your sister. Or...
I get a reading through the phone.
Don't tell me who it was, I don't want to know, right?
You wouldn't know anyway.
Oh, that's alright. I don't know shit psychics. She says, whatever it was, she says I was there, I was listening, and they never brought me through or they never connected, alright? So she says I was definitely there, I'm always there. So she shows me that. Do you have a wee dog as well? She says your dog's no trained. She says it's a wee ankle biter and it watches her in the corner and he annoys the fucking dog. Do you understand that? And so she just says you need to train your dog. So she brings that in for me. She says your dog's annoying the neighbours. Would you understand that?
Probably.
She says shut that fucking dog up. That's what she says as she comes in. Is it a female dog you've got? Because she just says it's a bitch. And I don't mean she's calling your dog a bitch, I just mean it's a bitch. Right? Do you actually have a pink bow on its head? Or is it just because she's showing me it?
She used to get pink.
Clip-on pink bows? Alright, because the dog's got a fucking tufty bit. A pink thing.
No, that's my other dog you're talking about.
I don't know what dog I'm talking about, but I just know it's a dog with a fucking pink bow, is what she brings in. So probably your two dogs on the train then, right? She shows me that. And so your mum is desperate. Is this your mum as well? Your sister and brother? Okay. Just in case you were man and wife, I don't know. But anyway, she, as she comes in, she's just desperate to hug you, right? She tells me, I forget her name, James? She tells me that you've been having a tough time emotionally, alright? And so she just says, Mum's always got your back, alright? And so she says you have to grow a set of balls and man up. That's what she says. And kind of like, toughen up, mate. Remember who your mammy was, alright? She also says you see her in your dreams. Do you understand that? She says you talk to her as she talks to you, and so it is her you're not getting off your head. You'll be pleased to know, right? Anyway, please take Mum's love and the dogs and the aunties and the grandads and I forget who else. Thanks very much for